On top of everything else that has happened in 2020, this is an election year, specifically a presidential election year. So the next 5 months will continue the misery with an endless cycle of attacks and counterattacks that will exhaust us all. Though quite frankly, it seems like the last 20 years have been one long exhausting election campaign. And that's because politics permeates everything, and to be even more frank, corrupts everything. And while political participation by Christians should be encouraged, even to the point of seeking political office, we need to be careful about putting our hope in politicians and political parties. One thing we all should know by now is that somewhere along the way they will all disappoint us. And as the election looms closer, the political posturing over who will be more willing to compromise and moderate in order to get along and get things done will intensify. After all, we don't want them to be extremists, do we? And we do want them to get things done, right? Of course, it's all pure political posturing. None of them really mean it. As you should know by now, though, morning minutes in the Bible is not about politics, but about sacred things, about eternal spiritual realities. So the point today is about the problem of compromising and moderating in order to get along and get things done in religion. God's call has always been extreme in that He has always required total surrender to Him and His will, and at times demanded some extreme things from His followers. For example, when He gave Jericho to Israel, they were to destroy everyone and everything in the city. The city shall be under the ban. It and all that is in it belongs to the Lord. Only Rahab the harlot and all who are with her in the house shall live, because she hid the messengers whom we sent. But as for you, only keep yourselves from the things under the ban, so that you do not covet them, and take some of the things under the ban, and make the camp of Israel accursed, and bring trouble on it. But all the silver and gold and articles of bronze and iron are holy to the Lord. They shall go into the treasury of the Lord. So the people shouted, and priests blew the trumpets. And when the people heard the sound of the trumpet, the people shouted with a great shout, and the wall fell down flat, so that the people went up into the city, every man straight ahead, and they took the city. They utterly destroyed everything in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and donkey, with the edge of the sword. Joshua 6, verses 17 through 21. Now, moderates would have argued against that, saying it was cruel or unnecessary. Now, if you're okay with abortion, don't talk about God being cruel. Or some would have argued that it was wasteful, because in their messed up world, things are more valuable than people. And they both would have pointed out the value of compromising with the people of Jericho and finding a way to work with them and get along. However, compromise with the world's religious concepts is disobedience to God and a path to death and destruction. More about that later. For now, don't compromise with the world, and do come back tomorrow for another Morning Minutes in the Bible on Throwback Thursday. Until then, this is James McClenny hoping you have a great day.